Great morning, everyone. This morning I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot Royale. Is that it? Yes, Gilded Tarot. Oh, wake up. Gilded Tarot Royale. I'll get it out. And we're going to pick our 18 cards, and then we'll do a clarification read and just see what they're pointing to this morning. Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you, to all of those say that they hope I recover and I get better. I am better. I'm not ill. I have an ostomy, but I'm feeling quite fine. I'm not in pain anymore. I'm not having any of those issues. So, yeah, no, I'm not ill. Thank you for your well wishes, everything, but I am quite fine. And for those telling me their ostomy stories, thank you for that. Let's see what we have today. What is going on? What are the cards going to point to? What is up? So let's see what's under here. What's driving it? Restrictions. Restrictions. Now, the swords, don't forget the swords are about the mental realm. So mental restrictions. Sometimes with this, it's also physical restrictions, but let's look and see what we have. So the reading's about temperance, wanting to bring things to a balance, balancing. We do need some temperance with this stuff. We do need to bring things to balance because, let's face it, the orange menace is out of control. We need to have compassion. We need to look deeper. The lid is off. Look at the puppies. Look how cute they are. Okay? So this is the card of compassion. We can perhaps temper things, balance it a bit if we have compassion. And we know that the Pope just passed. So looking at things from a more spiritual point of view, let's face it, the Pope was telling Trumpenstein just that he was not a Christian, okay? If you can do this to people rather than embracing them and bringing them in, doing the things that Yeshua ben Joseph was saying to do, you're not a Christian. So let's see what the energy is coming into it. It's about investigating, looking deeper. You got to be aware of the snakes that are in your path. Okay? This is a time of exploration as well, digging deep within ourselves and being willing to see rather than coming to a place of crossroads. These are this mental realm being blocked, not opening up, not looking deeper, not taking it in, okay? This would be the Magatonian type of thing, not willing to look, not willing to, they're in this position because they would not have compassion, okay? And so we are in the time of judgment now, okay? And don't forget, when it comes to higher spirituality, judgment is around the corner. Trump is not going to get out of this. Every person that he's hurt, he will have to, when he leaves the physicality of form, he has to endure everything that each one of these people felt. Okay? He has to 100% feel the pain that he has caused to each one of these people. Okay, so he is not going to get out of it. He may, people keep saying, well, he doesn't have any consequences to his actions. He continues to get out of it. Karma, he will not get out of karma. 100% not. So let's see what's happening today. So today we have, what is it? Page of Wands, message about an action. The message about an action. Okay. So when it comes to looking deeper, wanting to temper things, because there is a lot of concern happening. Now above it, in this concern, who is up there? Justice. Justice. Justice is there. When it comes to this concern, the owl is there. Like I said, in karma, you don't get out of anything. Everything that he has put others through, the concerns, the fears, some even committed suicide because of him, he will have to endure everything that these people felt. Okay? And then we have the families. Okay? So today the action is about the concern, the worry people have for their families going forward. The challenge is, of course, to get to a better place mentally, to bring yourself to a better place. Okay, so that's the action. Taking time out, spending your time alone to temper things, bring things to a balance mentally. Because why? You don't like what's coming down. You see what's there. You see what's coming, potentially, and kind of sitting with it. But look and see what you have. And then with this underneath of it, we have justice. So mentally, coming to a better place with what is coming in from the universe, and wanting justice. Now today, is today the 1st or is it tomorrow? I don't know where, let me see what's the date. Yeah, today there are going to be a lot of big rallies out there. So this could also have to do with that care and concern when it comes to what's not being seen and the worry with what's coming. Again, the spiritual aspect, judgment for families and wanting justice. It could be about going out there today and protesting as well. Potential outcome. Yeah, we have this fight for truth. Going forward, not backing down. Mentally, we want these things to change because of the harvest that we're seeing. Okay? We're looking at the harvest, a lot of care and concern with what's coming in about, some things being blocked, not being looked at. And then we have what's been hidden. Let's go ahead and pull and see what needs to be revealed that's been hidden. What's being worked on, okay? What's being worked on when it comes to justice for families and judgment and the spiritual aspect, okay? So that's hidden. Things are happening. Things are happening under the surface, maybe not so easily seen at the moment. But we are moving forward in truth about the harvest, putting it out there. Extra information is about the past happenings that we have when it comes to the fight for truth and the messages being put out about the economy and the daily life and the things that are taking place that we don't like, and the losses being felt emotional losses that people are enduring, okay, because of this. So we're putting out the message today about past and about the losses. So I think this has to do with about the restrictions he continues to try to put into place and the restrictions that people are feeling and dealing with, and going out today and doing the protest. Let's break this down. So the foundation is about the spiritual aspect of judgment when it comes to families wanting justice and wanting to see things being worked on, wanting to see things go forward. Because we have that lid off, wanting compassion, seeing what's blocked, having a lot of concern with what we see being presented and the harvest, and above it, wanting temperance, looking deeper at the situation, a message about an action, and how we're going to move forward mentally with wanting the truth to come out. Now, we know Trumpenstein, it's just everything he says is lies, 100%. The economy's better, the gas prices are down, the groceries are down, all of it lies, 100% fallacy. Okay? So let's continue to break this down. The four corners, we have tempering, going forward, fighting for the truth, continuing to work on things, and from the spiritual aspect. Okay, so at the very center of it, when it comes to the worry and concern, etc., we have this feeling of being blocked and with seeing what's coming. Okay, and there's a message about action when it comes to families, spending time out looking deeper for justice, care and concern and wanting justice, the judgment, and about how to move forward mentally. When it comes to the things being blocked, the Magatonians, having compassion, and the lid is off, seeing for what it is with our care and concern. Again, tempering, wanting to temper things and balance when it comes to the things being blocked that would aid families. The spiritual aspect is a message about action from what he's blocking, okay? And when it comes to what's being presented from the universe, a lot of care and concern about the harvest, the action when it comes to what's being worked on, the families fighting for truth, and again, mentally wanting to go forward to justice and end these restrictions that people are feeling now and the losses. So I think this has to do about the protests today, the ongoing protests against the tyranny that people are feeling when it comes to the Orange Menace, Trumpenstein, and his delusional things he wants you to believe. He thinks everybody's blind. He thinks he can pull the wool over everybody, okay? Don't look and see what you're seeing. Just listen to what I'm telling you, what I want you to believe. In my world of fantasy, this is happening. Okay. So let's see the clarifying read. Let's see what it says. In the center of it all is our fight. Now this is many times the long arm of justice. She who is not going to play, slice and dice, standing for the truth, okay? Having truth in hand, and this taking action, controlling the action. When it comes to the world, what's in your world, what's in the world in general, about this fight for truth, standing for absolute truth, and again, taking action, controlling the action. So when it comes to controlling the action and truth, we see what's going on, and we are taking the motion. We are moving. And showing what's being presented. Okay. So what's being presented across the world, what's going on, what's being hidden, what needs to be revealed. Let's see what that is. What's being birthed, what he's trying to birth, what's hidden, okay? And so I think, yes, this has to do with the protests and things going on now, okay? We're revealing by our actions moving forward and against what's being offered and standing for truth. So this has to do with our, the desires, the wish-fulfilling card, putting out our emotions about what we want, what we don't want, taking action today, and building, continue to work on things, to build, to construct, to forge, because of the harvest, okay? So standing for truth when it comes to the harvest, what he's trying to implement, we're telling about our desires, what we want to see moving forward, taking action with what's being offered. We're offering up constructive things across the world. It's a time of sharing today. Again, the message of truth that we're putting out there. Message about his lies and drama, the concern, talking about wanting justice, the message of truth and justice, and underneath of it all, this is where this is moving forward to. Okay, the chariot in motion, standing for absolute truth when it comes to the harvest, what he's trying to do in America. Expressing our desires, taking action, actually getting out there and doing something, sharing, putting out about his lies, and offering up the messages of truth and wanting justice. So it's about getting out there today. People going out and protesting. It's about the protests today. People are gathering out there to speak about, we don't like the harvest, we don't like what's coming in, we don't like what you're doing. So we are going to go out there and protest and tell about what our desires are and how we want to see things built, what we want to see take place. Okay? So this morning's read is about going out. Today is the day of protest. So they are going to go out and express what he's blocking, what he's not seeing, what he's not taking in when it comes to what's taking place. We want actual Christian values, spiritual values implemented, okay? And so people are expressing their frustrations and just putting that truth out there point blank today. So on that note, happy protesting, and we'll see you online.